Good morning, and once again welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease by Mr. Kamotho. And in this video we are going to explain example 3 of number 10, and we are still looking at Surds. This is topic of Surds, though we are calling it number 10. And in this question we are supposed to simplify this, giving the exact answer. Well, part A, we have 2 root 3 plus 3 root 3. And you realize that 2 root 3 plus 3 root 3, they have some common part, which is a root 3 and a root 3. If we take root 3 to be something else like x, we are going to talk about 2x plus 3x, which is going to be 5x. And that 5x, because x is root 3, you're going to have 5 root 3. And I would think that that is the final submission, because we cannot simplify further. If we write it in decimal form, then we will not be accurate, because root 3 will never terminate, will never end, can never be written as a fraction. It is an irrational number. And that's the end of the story for part A. Part B, we are having 2 root 3 squared. It is like 2 root 3 times 2 root 3. Squared means, a number squared means multiply by itself. And this is exactly what we are doing here. Because 2 root 3 times 2 root 3, we have some kind of approach of this kind of questions. We have a number that is not under the root, and that number is 2. And it is appearing on both in both sides. So we take that number that is outside the root, that is not under the root, multiplied by the other number that is outside the root. So we have 2 times 2, we have 4. And then we take the third part, which is root 3. Root 3 times root 3 is actually root 3 now squared, which is root 3 times root 3. And as you remember, this root 3 is 3, can be written as 3 raised to power a half, because that is the root, times 3 raised to power a half. And this is 3 raised to power a half plus a half, which is a 1, which is basically a 3, according to first law of indices. So root 3 squared is simply 3. And then we get, this becomes 4 times 3, which is 12. And that is the answer to part B. Part C, we have 2 root 3 times 3 root 3. This is 2 root 3 times 3 root 3. It is exactly like part B, but you realize that the numbers that are not under the root, the rational part of this number, as we may call it, the rational part of this number, they are not similar. We have a 2 here and a 3 here. So 2 times 3, we get a 6. Root 3 times root 3, we have just understood in part B that we get a 3. And therefore 6 times 3 is 18, which is the answer to that part of the question. What about part D? Part D is root 3 cubed. This is root 3 times root 3 times root 3 cubed. And of course we know root 3 times root 3, this is root 3 squared, which is already 3, as we can see here. 3 times now the other root 3, so the answer becomes 3 root 3. And we cannot simplify further, because root 3 is a surd. That is, as far as example 3 is concerned. Let us meet in the next video. Of course, share widely and subscribe, and let's work together.